Hello, is anybody still here? I think everybody gave up. Oh, here we have some. Good. How is everybody? Hey, sorry. I had in my brain it was 7, which would be 6 my time. It wasn't, it was 6, 5 my time. So I'm glad everybody waited a minute. Hi. I promise it'll be worth your wait. And I had a small technical difficulty. Hi, Misty. Hi, Dana. Oh, Rachel, thank you. I got lots of stuff to go over. So you guys need to make sure you have a pen and paper. Make sure I'm going to wait just a few more minutes because I think Rachel will save this and you guys can catch the beginning. Okay, so let's get started. So when I did the Power Hour a while back, it was kind of short. I couldn't go over everything I wanted to go over as far as my Instagram parties go. So I'm really happy I have another chance to talk about the Instagram parties. So in my Power Hour, what we did was we had tasks to film certain videos. And the videos are instrumental in the Instagram parties. So I'm going to go over quickly again throughout what those videos were so you guys can know what I'm talking about when I talk about the welcome video, the what is 3D. Hey, Lene, sorry I'm late. Technical difficulty and time zone issue. Okay, so here's what we're going to start with. I'm going to go over the video. Okay, first of all, let me just say this. This is how I do my Instagram parties. In no way, shape, or form am I suggesting that this is the only way to do them, okay? I promise that is not the case. There are lots of ways, let me turn this overhead light off. There are lots of ways to do things. And what I did was, I'm not a Facebook girl. So initially, when I started to do my Instagram parties, I kind of took a lot of what the Facebook girls were doing, including Rachel's Facebook training, which is amazing. Hey, Danielle. And I kind of figured out how I could still do it on Instagram. Now, I do think that Facebook has some features that are very good for this kind of thing. You know what I mean? You can easily put people into groups, and I think Facebook has a lot of good features. I still don't understand them. I'm still not over there. I still don't have a lot of followers on Facebook, so I don't know that I will ever get over there to implement them. Maybe one day. But I have found my sweet spot on Instagram. So if you girls are on IG, if that's where you mostly have your followers and you are the most comfortable on Instagram, you can do them here. You totally can do them. And I'm just going to start by saying I pretty much have one a week. My parties go from Wednesday to Sunday, and since March, which is really when I started getting them going, I have only probably had 4 weeks where I have not had one, which has been great for lockdown because I wasn't going anywhere anyway. I was never going anywhere on a Friday night, so I could always do a live. It was perfect. So what I'm going to do now this time is literally go day by day, and I'm going to tell you what I post. And this the kinds of things I do every single day by day. So you can customize a lot of that to what you like. And that's what I want you to do, because it needs to represent your personality, the stuff you think is cool, the graphics you love. It's totally customizable, but I'm going to give you concepts and the types of things I post every day. And I will tell you, I pretty much do the same thing every time. I don't deviate a lot because I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, if I find a cool new graphic that I like better than the one I have, yeah, I'm going to use that one instead. Or if I find like a beautiful before and after I've never seen before, heck yeah, I'm going to take that and I'm going to use that. So that kind of stuff I can, do as on a weekly basis. But the kind of the layout and the formula is what I do every week. It's what I teach my team. And the ones that are doing them are the ones that are, consistently making over selling over $1,000 a month. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to recap the videos. For those of you who don't remember from my Power Hour, here are the videos that I think you need to have them already filmed and set up and in YouTube. The reason I want you to upload them to YouTube is because there are going to be people that are going to want to join a party sometimes that are not on Instagram. So you're going to get a hostess and she's going to say, you know what, my grandma Mary, my aunt Noreen, and my mother-in-law Patty would love to hear about this, but they're not on Instagram. You know what? No problem. I have 3 videos that I'm going to give you. You can give them, send to them. They're on YouTube. They may not see day to day what I'm posting, but they're going to get enough of a feel of what this is about, and they will still be able to place an order. My hostess always has her shopping link, her party link, so she can give that out if she needs to, okay? So here are the videos you need to film and have ahead of time. One is the welcome video, okay? The welcome video is your, hi, I'm Mandy. I don't customize this every week. It's one that I have filmed and I leave in my storage, okay? I upload it to stories. But it's your welcome video. It's, hi, I'm Mandy. I'm so happy you're here. The hostess that invited you is just thrilled that you've accepted an invitation to find out about this makeup. Okay, you kind of talk like that. It's about 10 minutes long. I do tell my story on how I discovered this makeup. So whatever your story is what you need to tell. It really does make an impact. It makes people feel like they have a little bit of a connection to you. They get to know you a little bit more because you're the stranger. You know, the hostess is their friend. They don't know us from Adam. So if you can kind of let them get to know you a little bit, you're going to have the conversations about this makeup with all the people when they want to get color matched. So I kind of get that out there and let them know a little bit more about me early on. Okay, so here's what I do. So on Wednesday, I post my welcome video in the stories. That's the first thing I do when I wake up Wednesday morning, is I post that welcome video to stories. It's saved on my phone, okay? What I also have there waiting for them when they join, I do keep my Instagram party private. Just because I think the hostesses kind of like the fact that some random person can't pop on, some creeper, or you know what I mean? It's just going to be her friends. It's like if she would have invited her friends to her house. You know, it's that kind of thing. So I try to keep it private. So when I let them in, I do have a picture waiting for them. It's a picture of me, but it can also be a picture of you and your hostess. You can do something kind of cool on Canva where you're kind of side by side. Nothing wrong with that. You can make the backdrop, you know, a picture of the makeup. I also have waiting for them Kara's warehouse video. You know, the one where she's talking about how she came up with the idea. That's in my feed. Those both are in my feed, waiting for people when they join the party. I love that warehouse video. I think it's got a super cool vibe. They get to see Kara. And it gives them an idea of why she made this makeup. So that's the 2 things they see as soon as they join the party and I let them in, okay? I tell my hostesses to invite people on Monday, starting Monday morning. You invite Monday, you invite Tuesday, because we start Wednesday. So I want all the people, the most people, to be there by the time I start Wednesday. Now, are people going to trickle in after, hey, Lisa, after the party starts? Yes, I have random people join through Sunday. That's okay. Let them in. They just, you know, it just depends on how often they're on their phone, how often they check the invite part on their Instagram. Not everybody sees that every day. So you're going to get the tricklers in. But let me backtrack just a smidgy. I tell my hostesses, cause they have a video that I send them. I talked about that in the Power Hour, how I have a hostess video that the minute they express interest in hosting a party, I send them this video where I'm talking like this and I spell out all that the parties involve, what their job is and what my job is. And part of their job is to do the inviting. And I tell them, now some people may have feelings differently about this. I think on Facebook it's different. I think on Facebook, the number of people you invite can be smaller and it still could work. I feel like with Instagram, the net has to be cast wide. And I tell my hostesses, start with 100 people. And I know that sounds like a lot, but I don't deviate from that. That's just me. And here's why. Because what I have found over the weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of parties is that the same thing happens every single time. Here's what it gets sliced by half. So in other words, you invite 100 people, okay? 50 are going to accept. Happens every time. So you got 50 following the party. Of that, 25 are going to participate. And what I mean by participate, follow, watch the videos, maybe give a like, maybe give a comment, okay? So now we're down to 25 people actually participating. Out of that, maybe 10 or 15 will purchase something. So do you see how you start with such a giant number of invites, but at the end, you have very few people purchasing, but you have to start with that big number. If you invite 25 people, you're going to be left with nothing. You're just not. So I think that's really, hey, Rebecca, I think that's super important. And I know some hostesses, and that's in my hostess video. I'm like, if you don't think you can invite 100 people or close to it, this may not work. So that's spelled out early on. So my hostesses know that's what they're supposed to do. They also know that they have to invite personally. And I know that is the same kind of feeling with Facebook parties. Nicole Stewart, we'll talk about that too. You have to invite them personally. No posting of a broad invite where anybody sees it can come, and no group texting. Because what does that do? Hi, Melissa. That doesn't make you feel special when you get it. You know what I mean? If you got an invitation to a dinner party or a wedding and you just happen to see it on Instagram, are you going to think she really wants you there or cares if you come or notices if you don't? No. She won't notice if I'm not there because she just invited me along with 25 other people. I feel like when they get the personal invite, they are going to know that they're wanted. That hostess wants them there because she took the time to send you a personal invitation. Okay. And I type up what I want sent. Not because I'm a control freak. Well, maybe just a little bit. But I don't want to leave it to chance about what is said in the invite. So I actually have a little paragraph that I forward to my hostess, and she can just dole that out like cards. Just dole that out like cards. And she can put their name in, but I don't want any of the wording changed, right? Right. Because I don't want inaccurate information being passed along. I don't want people to get that invite and think, okay, wait, do I have to be on Instagram? Am I going to be, are people going to see me? So all that's kind of spelled out. I tell them when it starts. It says when it ends. It tells them all they have to do is follow and watch. It says that this hostess has found a makeup that has changed everything for her. And she's dying for all her friends to know. There's a level of excitement in the message. And if I just left it to my hostess, not that they would purposely sabotage themselves, but it could happen. I don't know, I don't know, you're probably going to be busy, but I'm going to have this thing on IG and I don't know, I kind of want you to come. Want. No. So I want the message to be exciting, hyped up. I want it to sound like I don't want you to miss this. It's a big deal. So that's why I type it up. Okay. It works well. Trust me. Okay. And they're happy to do it. They don't want to think of it themselves anyway. So they send that out by Tuesday. If there's not a lot of people joining, I'm on her. And I'm saying, sweetie, we need to get this up about 10 or 15 more. So I need you to go back and remind the ones that you invited. You can go in and see who's accepted because she's following. Hi. But I want you to go back in and look and see who's invited and reach out to the ones who you invited, but you think probably just forgot or, didn't get around to it. Just remind them it's starting tomorrow and maybe go invite some new ones you left out of your list. So that's Tuesday. I remind them Tuesday, we're starting tomorrow. Look at your numbers. We got to get it up a little bit because it starts with a numbers game. It really, really does. And if I can get them, I got them, but I got to get them here first, right? Okay. So we're back to Wednesday. Welcome video in the stories. And if you have questions when I'm done, please ask me. I got a lot to go through and I know I don't want to go through it too fast, but I also don't want to keep you here all night. Okay. The two posts are already there for them to see, the Kara video and myself explaining, hey, see you back here on Wednesday. We're so excited. Catch you back here Wednesday. On Wednesday, it's my day to show them the problems with current makeup. In other words, to show them why they need 3D. So all my posts are kind of geared towards that and why maybe what their current routine is not really working for them. You got to remind them why they're miserable. They're miserable. They just don't remember why. We're going to remind them why they're miserable and why their makeup isn't working. So I will show the video of the caboodle where all the little components in the makeup case all gets sized down and goes into a compact. That's a great video to show streamlining. And I'll make a comment like, when you like to streamline your makeup and get out of that bucket or caboodle or drawer or bag or backpack of makeup, that's a great video to show, okay? I show them always, every day, how to post a selfie picture. So my video, my welcome video, I talk about that. At any time during this party, you can send me your selfie video. That's something I say in my welcome video. So I follow up with a post that shows them how to take it. That's day one. Day one. I will show them a fun little online shopping graphic that says, why do I shop online? Because going to a store without bras and pants is frowned upon. You know, something cute like that, because how amazing is it that our makeup gets delivered to our front door when we want it? Super cool. I have a graphic that is the comparison of other stores versus 3D. So you know how you have the Chanel makeup and all the ingredients versus 3D. You know how they all the other companies have so many more ingredients. And I'll make a comment like, you know what? I never used to look at what ingredients were in makeup. I never think it mattered. But now that I wear makeup with minimal ingredients of really high quality, my skin thanks me. So something like that is really good. It's going to remind them to, oh, wait, Bare Minerals has a paragraph that long on ingredients? Huh, I thought it was all natural. So remind them that they're putting crap on their face. And I'm telling you, I've had somebody say that was what hooked me, was those comparison paragraphs. It's valuable. It really, really is. So that's a great one to put on your Friday. I have a funny video of a girl who's shopping through Sephora with her eyes closed, and she just picks stuff. And whatever she picks out in whatever section she puts on her face, it's a wreck at the end. It's hilarious. And my quote on that is, have you ever felt like when you go into these stores, you're just going in blind? That's how I felt. And that's the truth. I went to Sephora last week to get a couple lippies. I almost had a panic attack because there's so much stuff in there. Holy cow. So, and you'll get responses from some people that say, that's why I don't go. That's why I stopped wearing makeup. So those are the types of things Wednesday you could post. You're going to tell them what the problem is with the makeup world we live in, and having so much stuff you don't need. Wouldn't it be amazing to simplify everything? So that's Wednesday. I also do a roll call graphic, which is meant to engage people. So let me know how you know the hostess. Tell us your name and how you know the hostess. And I'll get people that jump on and say, we went to school together, we met because our husbands were best friends, and it gets them involved. My hostess' job is to now go back and comment on every single comment. That's something else you talk about in the welcome video, that she has to comment on every single thing I post that's uplifting and encouraging and positive, or something she loves about it. And then she also has to respond to every party-goer comment. Because if they take the effort, hi, Heather, if they take the effort to post something, which that takes time, it takes effort. It's easy just to press a heart. But if you're going to type something out, that takes effort. That should be rewarded, and it should be validated. So her job is to make sure she responds to every single comment. I don't care what it is. She has to respond. So the roll call post is great, and you can kind of see who's going to be interactive. You can kind of tell by that, okay? So that's Wednesday, okay? Thursday, we have another video to post in the stories. I try to do a story every day, and typically 6-7 posts a day, okay? That's on average. So Thursday we start with what is 3D makeup video. Again, about 10 minutes, but it's the first time they're going to see the compact. This is where I hold the compact up. I talk about the makeup. I talk about why it's called highlight and not foundation. I talk about the system of it, how amazing it is, that my whole face, I literally take my compact. My whole face is in here. This is my whole face, everything I need. I have a double-decker one. You don't have to have one this big, but I love that all my creams are in the top. I've got my powders in the bottom. I can throw this in my purse. I've thrown it on a plane, on a train, on a bus. So I show them this. I show them a couple of brushes. So this is the first time they're seeing the makeup, and they're really getting an idea of what this is about, okay? And again, about 10 minutes, but you're going to give them like a little sneak peek. That's what it is, a little sneak peek. So that's Thursday morning in stories. Now, Thursday is when we're going to talk about the makeup. So I call this the Meet the Makeup Day. So you know the pictures where it's meet the highlight or say meet the highlight or just says highlight, but it has, you know, a little saying about it. Highlight replaces your foundation. You know, those graphics. That's what I do on Thursday. So what I do is I start with the highlights and then I will give a little description about why they're different than other makeup. So that's a post. Then about an hour, half hour later, I follow it with 10 before and afters. So in these series of what is highlight, what is lip and cheek, what is contour, what is illuminator, you know, all the little pictures, what is meet the brushes, which I show all the brushes, they're all lined up. It gets followed with before and afters. I've kind of changed that. I didn't used to show before and afters until Friday, but I have started doing them earlier. It's worked better because I'm actually getting more people reach out to me earlier in the week, which I love. Okay. So picture of the makeup followed by a series of before and afters, and pick good before and afters. I'm not saying that not everybody is beautiful in this makeup, but here's the thing. You need to make sure that the before and afters you choose are just really exceptional. I take terrible before and afters sometimes. Sometimes I take a before and after. I'm like, well, that doesn't look that great. I don't look any better after than I did before. So, you know, if when you saw the picture of the before and after, you went, whoa, that's what they're going to say. So get some that are striking, you know what I mean? And make it a variant of faces. Don't just use young people because you'll get some older ones who are like, well, I guess this is just for young people. You know, pepper in all kinds of skin tones, skin types. I do a series where I've just got, later on, which I'll talk about, where I've just got problem skin ones, just 10 problem, and a swipe, 10 problem skin before and afters. So in these though, I'm just using a variety of ages, colors, and even the way they wear their makeup is different. You know, some are very minimal. Some girls are very full glam. Those can go in there too, because we don't know who's going to see these and what they're like, what those people are like. So it's got to be different. Okay, so Thursday's all those, meet the makeup, and followed by 10 before and afters. We're going to put another graphic on how to take a color matching selfie because I do it every day. One reason is because not everybody follows from the first day and saw the first one, and they don't go back and look. Also because they just need reminded. I will save it to, am I going to save this? I don't know how to save it on, you guys tell me, how do I save this on Facebook? I told you I'm not a Facebook girl. But if it can be saved when I'm done, I will do it. But maybe Rachel, if she's on here, can tell me how to do it. Or Lene, can you tell me how to do it? Oh, sorry, the selfie taking picture. They have to see it every day because it doesn't stay here. You know what I mean? They forget. They just have to be reminded. So just make sure, are all the before and afters separate posts? It's in a slideshow. It's a slideshow, Dana. So yeah, pick out 10, make it a slideshow. Yeah. I'm going to try to figure out how to save this. I also do on Thursday, a Q&A post. So I want to know, and I kind of just made it on, Canva or something like that, where you can just write this out yourself. What would you like to see change about your current makeup routine? Number 1, takes less time. Number 2, better coverage. Number 3, more natural looking. Number 4, less expensive. Does it matter what they pick? No. Does it matter if they pick all 4? No, because we know that this makeup has it covered, right? It's just another way for them to engage. Carousel posts. Okay, good. Carousel post. I call it the swipe because I'm old as dirt. When I'm done, it will ask me if I want to save it to the page. Okay, cool. Thank you, Rachel. That's a way to get them engaged, and it's a way to get them, more involved in what you're doing. So anytime you can get a call to action, that's kind of a call to action post. Whenever you can put a couple of those in, it just kind of helps you get a gauge on where they're at. Okay. Now, I post a bingo graphic game. I do one game in my party, ladies, and this may also be controversial. You can do more if you want. I do one, and here's why. This event is not about games. I'm not playing games here. I ain't here to play a game. This is some serious business. It's my business. It's my time, and we're serious. We're having fun, but it's about this makeup. And I feel like sometimes if you get caught up in too many frivolous riffraff stuff, like more than one game, it detracts from the importance of why I'm here. And why I'm here is to get you set up with a makeup that you are not going to believe. And if I'm distracted by other things, that it takes away from my focus. You know what I mean? It also brings people to the party that just want to play a game and get something for free. So there's only one opportunity for them to do that. So I have serious people here typically, because they're only going to get one thing from me. Now, I'm not saying if you want to do another game, you can't. You hate the games. Well, people want stuff for free. I get it. But that's not why I'm here. I will give you a little token, but here's what I play. It's the bingo game. It's the only game I've ever done. Again, it's not broken, so I don't fix it. But it's the one where it's got the 1 through 36 little pictures of makeup. I post it and I tell them, choose 5 numbers. They don't have to be in a row. List them below. Also write them down for listen to this, guys. This is super important. Write them down somewhere else for yourself because you will need it later. Why do they need it later? Because I don't go back and check what they wrote down. I just want them to write it down and type it in because that tells me they've seen it and they're probably going to come to my live and play the game. So that really gives me an idea on who is planning to come Friday night because they want to win this prize. That's fine. I don't care why they come. I just need them there. So they have to write it down somewhere else for themselves. And I put a little disclaimer, must be watching live to win. So they have to watch my live to win. Here's what that happens on my live. Well, let me wait till Friday because that's what I'm going to talk about my live. Okay, so that's pretty much Fridays. And if you guys didn't catch everything, we'll go back and tell you if you weren't sure because I know I'm moving through this so fast. And I apologize so much for coming on late. Rachel's going to fire me. Okay, Friday. Here we go. We're going to do another color matching selfie picture. Put it in stories this time. If you've always put it in your post, now put it in stories. I am going to remind them about the live Friday night or that night. And I'm going to post the time zone because time zones mess people up. Did you know that? So for me, I do mine. I'm Pacific Standard. I like 7. It's after dinner. Usually the kids are fed. People can give me some time. But I do ask my hostess, what time zone are most of your followers in? Because I do want to take that into consideration. You know what I mean? If we've got most people on the East Coast, well, that's 10 o'clock at night. That's a little late. So I will adjust it. That is the one area I have wiggle room. Okay. I don't wiggle on my Wednesday to Sunday, but I do wiggle on my time on Friday. I never don't do that's a double negative. I always do my live on Friday night because I feel strongly that I need 2 days before and 2 days after. That seems to work great. People need a couple of days to digest what they saw you do. Okay. And your hostesses can do a reminder of the live. That's a great idea. Now I'm okay with you kind of telling people in a public way, like on their platform, hey, don't forget my live tonight. We're going to see the makeup. It's going to be a fun girl party. Make it sound like a really fun girl party. People will be more likely to come. So what do I post on Friday? I do post in the carousel. I post most of the special messages I have gotten from customers. Okay. So I will post, well, not most of them because I have a lot, but I'll post about 20 of them in the carousel. And what I say is, if you get a message from a customer that has bought this makeup and they send you a message that says, I don't care what it is, anything positive. I love this makeup. I can't believe how this feels on my skin. You nailed this color match. My husband says my face looks so pretty. If you get messages like that, you better be screenshooting them because they are amazing to post. And I put those on Friday because it's like Amazon reviews. Do we buy anything online on Amazon without looking at the reviews? I sure don't. I mean, I trust some of you guys, artists, when you've tried something out, I feel safe. You guys aren't going to mislead me. But for the most part, we want to read what people think about the thing, right? Yes. So what I say is I get these messages all the time. These are actual texts and messages I get from my customers, and consider these your reviews. You know, they're important to read. So I will usually post 2 blocks of those. So that's like 20 of them. So save those messages. They're so valuable to your business for someone else to see and read. It just legitimizes everything you're telling them because now they're hearing it from somebody else, not just the girl selling it. You know what I mean? Okay. So we're trucking along through the day. I have recently filmed a quick 1.5-minute video about how the compacts work because I feel like there's a little learning curve with that. I've had several people not pay attention to the little graph at the top, you know, which I love the new compact plan. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. But they have to pay attention to what's happening, and they have to put the compact in their cart to see what, you know, the money they're getting off of it. So I just kind of explained it really easily. It's just like I was sitting out in the backyard. It was super casual, but like, hey, let me tell you how cool our compact credit system is. It's like 1 minute long. I put that in stories because now they have that in their mind when they go to shop. It's another way for me to pop up on stories and share something with them. About an hour before my live, I remind them. It's usually a fun girl graphic, and I'll play like ladies' night, you know, I'll choose as music, or girls just want to have fun, or something just to kind of show it's going to be that kind of vibe. It's going to be a fun girl night. Okay, we hit the live. We're starting. I start on time. Believe it or not, I start on time every time. And I wait till the hostess is on, and then I start. I don't start till my hostess is on, but I don't wait for everybody to get on because it takes an hour. I literally am usually always at an hour. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. It goes by so fast. So I don't want to waste people's time. So I start on time and I wait till the hostess is on and maybe 10 people, and then I get going. I do tell them, I thank them all for being here, you know, just make it really, you know, what's everybody drinking? You know, that's usually what I do because I'm usually drinking something. And then I outlay the game rules real quick. Here's what I say. I say, guys, for those of you who participated, listen to this, this is super important too. Write this down. Ladies, for all of you who participated in the game yesterday, because remember you posted that graphic yesterday, just want to remind you to get your numbers handy because I'll be calling numbers throughout my live and I won't have time to go back and recall. So I need you to stay with me. I need you to stay here with me right here. I have a lot of information to go over and I just won't have time to go back and recall numbers. So if you miss it, you've missed it. I'm so sorry. I just don't have time. So you just got to pay attention. You will always have someone go, what's this game about? Well, they didn't see the graphic and that's unfortunate. And I will answer them and I'll say, I'm sorry, this is a game that actually started yesterday. You would have had to have seen the graphic to participate. This is going to sound harsh, but I'm telling you, you cannot get sucked into this because you'll have people trying to tell you to coach them on what this game is about and what the numbers are about. And then you get the hostess involved and she's trying to explain to them. And you can see the conversation happening on the live. No one's paying attention to you. They're watching this conversation go on and it's fruitless, right? So I kind of shut it down early. I also tell my hostesses, don't engage with them if they don't know what I'm talking about with the game. I will say something about it, but don't engage with them. It sounds mean, but it just detracts again from why I'm here. It pays to pay attention. That's the lesson learned, ladies. It pays to pay attention. And those that did get the reward of getting to play the game. So sad, too bad. Okay. So I just have a basket of numbers, and then every 10 minutes or so, I will stop and call. And I instruct them, this is an honor system. I'm not going to check you. Be honest, God is watching. And, you know, that will get some chuckles, but it's true. I don't go back and check. It's on the honor system. And the first person who gets all 5 numbers called is going to type bingo, and they're the winner. And I will send them a gift. What you choose to send them is up to you. Okay. I usually send them a lip and cheek or an eyeshadow because I have extras to give. But if you want to do something else, totally you. Let me just say this though. For you new girls who have not done a ton of parties, please be careful not to go into hawk with giveaway gifts, okay? If you have a generous spirit, that is wonderful, and it's a gift to have. But this is a business, and you have to be smart about it. So you do not have to give them a jar of milk cream for a bingo game. That was very little effort. Okay. They're happy to get anything. A $14 lip and cheek is amazing, right? So don't feel like you have to give them the moon, all right? You don't. They're not expecting it, and you don't. And when you're just starting out and you don't have a lot of stuff to give, $5 Starbucks gift card, they can get a venti. Who doesn't want that? So just don't feel like you have to give it all away if you don't have it, because the last thing I would want for anybody to do is feel like with parties, you're going in the hole, because that's not okay. And that's not sustainable. You won't be able to keep that up. And if people feel like, oh, if you go to a party and you're going to get like something amazing, then you'll have to do it every time. So don't get started in that hamster wheel by having to do that. Okay. Just keep it minimum, keep it simple. People will be grateful. Okay. Just remember that. So I start with talking a little bit about skincare, just so you know, before I get going with my makeup. I talk a little bit about skincare and how we can't expect our makeup to look like a 10 if our skincare is a 2. So I talk about tinkling, which is shaving for those of you who don't shave your face. I talk about that, and I tell them I'm talking about this because I'm your friend, and this is what girlfriends do for each other. You need to get the hair off your face. I make it really light and fun, but at the same point, I talk about the importance of it and how amazing it is for your skin. I then will definitely talk about the Milk skincare. I will talk about how this has changed everything. And then, I tell them I'll show you more of that tomorrow. So I go into a little bit about that. Primers, I just dabble into that for a minute. Primers to be careful of with this makeup. And I will tell them with sunscreen, there is no sunscreen in the makeup, but that this is a great sunscreen that works well with this makeup. People want suggestions. They want to know what works, and I'm here to tell them that. So I'm not going to leave them off in Wonderland trying to figure out the sunscreen that works. I'm going to show them the one that works, which is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch. Works great. And so I'm going to show that to them so they know. So I don't leave them guessing. I don't leave them on their own to try to figure this stuff out. I try to really lay everything out for them. Okay, so then I go into the makeup, and what I do is just a simple hack. I do an eyeshadow, a simple 3-color eyeshadow that I tell them can be duplicated and replicated over and over and over again. As long as you have a light color, a medium color, and a dark color, I have found that that is really helpful for people. We've all seen 1,000 makeup tutorials, and they're beautiful. I still think with eyeshadow, women get overwhelmed, especially older women. They get very overwhelmed and they don't know what color to put where. So I kind of tell them the formula of where you put the light color, where you put the medium, where you put the dark. I show them, and then I tell them, I don't care what the colors are you use. You can replicate this over and over again with whatever color. It works every time. And that's kind of been like a light bulb moment for some women. I've had some women reached out to me and they're like, oh, well, I never really knew that's where all the colors went. I don't know. It kind of helped. And I'll tell you what, since I've been doing that, I've had a lot of eyeshadow sales I didn't have before. So that's kind of cool. Okay. So makeup is done. We're at an hour. I end it. I tell them what's left in the party. I tell them, look, we're 3 days into our 5-day party. So we just have 2 days left. So hopefully after seeing this makeup now, you have the courage and the knowledge you needed to reach out to me if you haven't already. So, 2 days left to send me your color matching selfie and your, to get your order in. I kind of lay that out so they know what the time frame is, because they forgot. You said Wednesday to Sunday, but they forgot. I said, the eyeshadow, a light color, a medium color, and a dark color. It can be whichever ones you want, and just let them know that the same thing can be replicated no matter what eyeshadow colors they use. Just pick a light, a medium, and a dark, show them where to put it, and they feel a lot less intimidated by eyeshadows. I always save my live to IGTV, and I tell them that. For those of you watching that maybe came in late, this will be saved to IGTV so you guys can see it from the beginning. A lot go back and watch it again. A lot go back because you can see who's watching your IGTV. I keep it in the feed, but a lot go back and watch it. So that's always makes me feel good that I've done that and made sure everybody had access to that live. Okay, we're on Saturday. Sorry. When someone wins the bingo, remind them, unless they placed an order already, remind them to DM you their name and address so you can mail it to them. Okay. We're on Saturday. Guess what the first thing is that we post? Another color matching selfie. First thing I do is another color matching selfie. So here's the thing. Saturday and Sunday are when I get most of my color matching selfies because they have finally seen the makeup on me. So I am very busy on Saturdays and Sundays, and it goes all through Sunday into the late afternoon, okay? And even people that I have color matched on maybe Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, they hold on to it. They don't place their order. They wait until they watch me, and then they place their order, okay? So be prepared for Saturday and Sunday being your biggest day. It's always mine. I will show a skincare graphic, maybe the collection of Tres Leches. And then I have actually a video where I am at nighttime with my skincare routine. I show them that. That's in stories. So that's a story I do Saturday. I talk about, you see me put the makeup on. Now you're going to see me take the makeup off. And as I'm doing it, it's about 20 minutes long. I talk about each thing I'm using, how amazing it is. I start with a full face of makeup so they see it come all off. And it's been really good. I at least have one person usually purchase some component of skincare, if not the whole collection. Okay. I think that's very valuable to show that. I also like to post a little, where you at? I call it the where you at poll. So it's the where you at. It doesn't say that, but it kind of does. But it lists the A, B, C, D, E, F. A being, I'm super interested in this makeup. I mean, if you go into the Saint Images, images only, you'll probably find all these things there. But it allows them to tell you where they're at. I've just placed my order. I need help picking colors. Like that's an option. So it gives them just a little things to put down, and it's kind of cool to see where they are. And if I see someone that says, hey, I'm interested, but I need to pick out my colors or something like that, you know what? I'm messaging them. Because if they haven't messaged me, guess what? That's your cry for help. I'm going to message you. So if they put that out there, you better believe I'm jumping on it. And it usually turns into a sale. This is a day where I do post some more before and afters, but I make them real specific. Am I doing okay on time? I do older, more mature skin carousel, where I just do mature skin, and I talk about how mature skin needs cream makeup. Okay, it does. It's the best makeup for mature skin. And I talk about how as we age, we lose hydration, we lose that dewiness, our skin is more dull. This puts it right back in it. So I talk about that. I also talk about how brushes are important because as we have more fine lines and wrinkles, our technique of applying needs to change and the kind of brush is important. So that is one thing I talk about in those slides. This is also the day I may show the problem skin slides. Okay. So find some before and afters where people have some, varying degrees of problem skin, acne, rosacea, whatever. There's great before and afters out there for people who have skin issues that are able to cover it with this makeup. So find ones that you like. And again, when you see them, you go, whoa, that's the one you need to post. If it elicited that reaction from you, it's going to elicit that reaction from your watchers, right? Okay. I also post a graphic about the return/swap policy and the free shipping. And I basically say underneath it, I love this about our company. It makes it where you have nothing to lose. So again, that's going to give somebody maybe the courage to go, oh, I guess I don't. I might as well just send her my picture. So all that kind of stuff kind of will go off in their head, I think. Okay, we're at Sunday. I'm almost done, and I'm going to let you guys ask questions or go back and repeat things you needed more information on. Now we're at Sunday. It's my keep calm, it's the last day graphic type of thing. Okay, so that'll get posted. I may show some eyeshadow looks. So we know we've got some amazing artists that are exceptionally good at eyeshadow and photographing it. I am not that skilled, but we have a lot of artists that are. And so when they've got that beautiful graphic of their eye with that eyeshadow and they've listed the colors around it, amazing. So, and they're so generous to share those with us. So definitely use those. I also have a support your hostess graphic where it says, there's lots of ways to support your hostess. Are you, and I may comment on it. Are you totally happy with your current makeup routine? Awesome. Guess what? There are still so many goodies you can grab and still support your hostess. And it will have like It'll have a lip and cheek, the lip conditioners, solid perfumes. None of them require a color match, but they can still grab something and support their hostess. So I've got 2 or 3 slides of that image that I may put there. And you'd be surprised how many people I have that I can tell saw that and they just ordered a couple of random things because they wanted to support their friend, right? Doing your first one Thursday. Oh, great. And then I will, at the end of the day, so I ended at 6, that's 6 my time, and I do my goodbye video. My goodbye video is basically telling them that the Instagram part of this party is ending, but we're not going to say goodbye. No, we're not. You're going to follow me right here, and I put my main page right here, because we want all the people that are here to go over to us on our main page. We want them all to follow us over there, right? So if you do that, it's just, and here's the thing, just in case you didn't know, follow that page. If you in the party page follow your main page and you type your main page right there, they just have to tap it and it takes them right there. Make it easy on people. People love things they can just tap on. So make sure it's tappable and it will take them there. I didn't really go into this, but let me just finish this up real quick. Follow me over there. I thank the people who took that leap of faith and you have makeup on your way to you. I'm so excited for you. You're going to need, though, to send me another selfie. Sorry about that. Sorry, not sorry. Another picture of you with the makeup on, because it's super important to me. I make sure I got your colors right. And the only way I'm going to know is if I see it on you. So as soon as you get your makeup, put it on. I'm going to send you a first timer video, which you're going to make. You're going to make yourself a first timer video of yourself putting makeup on and walking them through it. It's an amazing thing to have in your little toolbox of videos. But you're going to send that to them, so they're going to know what to do with it when they get it. And then they're going to send you a picture so they can make sure the color's right. So that just shows you're not just in it for the sale. We're there for the follow-up. You're not getting rid of me. I'm attached to you forever and ever. Amen now. And I'm going to make sure that you are in love with your makeup, and if there's any issues, we're going to work through it together, okay? They're not going to get that from Sephora, guys. They're not going to get that from Ulta. They're going to walk out with that stuff, and that gal is never going to think about him again. We do, and they need to know that. So this is a relationship we've made now, and they're going to come to us when they have questions, and establishing that kind of happens when you color match them. Keep the conversation texting or messaging and personal. You know what I mean? Ask them questions about their makeup routine. Do I save all my pre-made videos on YouTube? I do. Only because I always want them there in case I need to send them to somebody else. But I also save them on my phone, and that's how I get them in my stories. Okay? My goodbye video is different every time, just so you know. Because I mentioned the hostesses by name. That's the one video that I do that is not pre-recorded. Because I always want to keep that kind of fresh. So I mentioned the hostess's name, keeping it personal, wrapping it up at the end so they know this is something, yes, I know these people that invited you to this party. Okay. One thing I didn't talk about in the very beginning was the page. Do I set up a separate IG page? I do. I think it's been very valuable. Again, I think with Facebook has a lot of options that are different than Instagram, but I have found that with Instagram, you still can do parties. My last party that ended last night was $2,500. She maxed out on rewards. I haven't had a party under $1,500 in months. I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just telling you the system works as long as you do it all and everybody does their part. You know what I mean? So my separate Instagram page, I only use for Instagram parties. Only for Instagram parties. When my party is done, I wipe it clean and I get ready for my next one. Do I have them submit a color match form? I do not. I like the conversation that I have with them. That is how I feel. I'm not saying you can't use that. I'm not saying you can't. I have found it to be beneficial if I have a conversation with them. I feel like that is how we connect. We might even find some crazy little thing in common, like, oh, you're in Kentucky. I was in Kentucky last year. My son had a competition and we all went. I loved it. You know, those little things I feel like you can't do when it's just emails back and forth. And so I love that part of it. I'm telling you, it's why my customers come back to me and order from me. and they feel open enough to reach out to me when there's a problem. Because don't we want them to do that? Wouldn't we much rather them open up to us and come back and say, I feel like this is a little ashy. What do you think? You know what? It kind of is. Let's swap out that for this. I don't want them to just mail it all back. I want them to come to me. So I feel like if I've kind of had that relationship started, they're more inclined to. How do I take all the followers off the page? You can just remove them. Casey, if you just hit followers, it'll bring them all off. You can just remove. I do that because I always got a party starting the next day. Yes, I remove them from the page. Do they send me the selfie in the party messaging? I give them that option. I also give them the option to text it to me because some people are funny about putting their picture, even in a DM, on social media. They feel like if they're going to make mostly older ones, but they feel like they're going to make a mistake and it's going to be like on the intraweb. Like, is everyone going to see this picture? No, but if you want to text it to me, that's okay too. So I give them the option of both. I don't care if they have my phone number. If they're my customer, I want them to be able to contact me. Do you give them a detailed email with their colors? No, it's in either a DM or it's text. That is how I tell them their colors. Thank you. Please, please ask me. I'll make sure I'm not missing any, comments or questions. So just so you know, guys, like I said, there is more than one way to do these. I have just found that this works for me. Now, I have not had to go hunt down hostesses. I will say that. But I feel like the reason I don't is because I have had enough of them in a row and enough are satisfied. They do come to me, which is nice. What's my party page? There's a mosquito flying around me. It's Mandy's_Insta Party. One word, Insta Party. Mandy's_Insta Party. Are you daily color matching graphics all different? Oh, good question. No, there's a couple I like. My favorite one though is one that she's kind of got long red hair and she's, it's got half the pictures in front of the window and half of it is facing. It's the only one I feel like is adequately showing her face, neck, and chest because that's what we want. I want to see this, I want to see this, and I want to see this. So only one picture shows that really well. So yes, you can show the same picture. Like, get it into your head, people. This is what I want you to send me. Nothing wrong with that. There's a couple other ones that are good too, but try to get one that really does show all this because it's helpful. You know, when you're color matching, it's really, really helpful. Oh, thank you, Courtney. I hope that you try it. So back to the people about getting a hostess. You know, a lot of women will say, I can't find hostesses. If I had to go get a hostess, you better believe I go get one. And what I would do was I would look at my customer list and my customer orders. Who has ordered 7 or 8 times? Who's done that? They love the makeup. They're spending a lot of money on it. They probably don't even know what a party is about. Offer it to them, and then you're going to give them a video, which is another video. I know it sounds like a lot of videos, guys, but I'm telling you, nothing imparts knowledge like this, like you talking to somebody. It's so much more effective than texting them. Do I use an app to schedule the posts? I do not. I'm not that smart. Probably it is a really smart way to do it, but that sounds hard. And I am a mom of teenagers. My time is kind of my own. I quit my other job to do this. So I have the time to post. It's not a hardship on me, but if I worked a full-time job or if I had little kids, you better believe I'd figure out a way to get those posts up. So definitely implement that if that's holding you back. If you think, well, I don't have time to do all that posting, take advantage of those apps because I know they work. I do think that your page has to be public in order for some of those to work. So just keep that in mind, which is not a big deal. Okay, just wondering what you name a party page. So yes, so in the bio information, I do just say Jane's Party. Looking for a makeup change? You're in the right place, ladies. Tutorials, games, prizes. That's it. And then I put the party link in the website. Yeah. So just put, and I change that every single time. Is there an app that schedules posts for IG? There is. I don't know who's on here on my team, but please, if you guys remember the names, would you put it on here for them? There are. I just don't use them. So I'm kind of a dum-dum about that. You can archive posts on Instagram. Okay. Yeah. And just so you know, I'm also not very organized with my pictures, but what I do have is whenever I have an Android, so whenever I post something to Instagram, it automatically puts it in my Instagram folder. Cinch share. Thank you, Tricelle. There's one. Preview app, is that one? Hootsuite. Thank you. See, there's my team. Team Glow Squad stepping in for me. Thank you. Later. Okay. So I have all my Instagram, no matter what I post on Instagram, gets put into a little Instagram folder in my gallery. So that's how I know. I kind of keep there everything I post in my parties. I will go in and delete my other stuff I post on my main page because I don't need to save those. But I do like to have that be the place where all my Instagram pictures are. So maybe iPhones have the same option, or maybe you're just super smart and can create a whole folder. I'm not like that. I might have to get the teenagers involved one day to do that for me. So guys, thank you. It's been an hour. I don't want to take all night. I will go through, if I can, and answer the questions I missed. But what I really wanted you to take away from this is that you can do this. You can do this. It is not difficult. It is not hard. It takes a little commitment, because I will say that on the days I'm having a party, a lot of my focus is there. I will say that. Monday and Tuesday, I kind of try to devote to my other page. But I do get kind of gobbled up. But who cares if your sales are 1,000 a week? If you can do that 4 times a month, or 2 times a month, or once a month. How many for you, $1,000 a month is a big deal? Like if you were like me and you were struggling, and I told this story before, struggling to get past $300 and $400 a month in sales, 1,000 seemed crazy to me. Our lovely Rachel brought it up once in an upline chat. She made it a goal of ours. And I was like, who can, $1,000? Are you crazy, Rachel? Rachel. No, but you know why? It meant something to me, and that absolutely made me turn the corner, because I felt like she must think I can do this. This must be doable, or she wouldn't be putting that challenge out to me. And I tell you what, the next month I sold $1,000. I got it. I became fixated on it, and I never sold less than that after it. I never went below $1,000 after it. So project what you want. Write it down somewhere. Put it up where you put your makeup on. Think outside the box. And for a lot of you, maybe parties is a little bit outside the box. But I'm telling you right now, do 1 or 2, they're addictive. You will never not want a party a week again. If there's ever time I don't have one, I get a little antsy. Like, what am I going to do? Got to drug up some sales for this week because I don't have a party. I love them. I adore them. They've increased my business tenfold. Tenfold. You just did your first. Awesome. That's great. Good. Make it easy on yourself. If it's hard and overwhelming, you won't do it. I don't have a mock party. I probably could put one together, create an Instagram page and put it together with my images so you guys could just use them. I'm totally fine with that. How do I get hostesses when you first started? I tell you what, when I first started, so let me tell you this. I was an artist for a year before I had a party. A year. I wasted a year. I think because I did not think I could do it on Instagram. And I knew people were having successful parties on Facebook. I knew they were, but I wasn't on Facebook. But then a customer reached out to me and said, do you throw parties? I was like, no, not really. This was before COVID. I said, no, I really don't. I mean, I can come over with my makeup and show it to you. But I kind of really don't do a party like a Pampered Chef party. I don't really do that. That's not really me, and I'm not really interested. But she said, well, can you please? Then we got into COVID. Like COVID happened, and I couldn't do it anyway, but she kept on me. So I thought, you know what? Okay, she was bugging me. I said, let me figure out a way to do it. And I literally looked at the ones on Facebook. I looked at the incredible thing that Rachel's put together for Facebook parties, which she also now has done one for Instagram parties. And I figured it out. I figured out, you know what? It's just a series of posting every day. I can do that. I have pictures, and it's a live. I can do a live. It was the Wild West. Let me just tell you, that first party was the Wild West. I didn't know from one day to the next what I was going to do. I completely made it up as I went along. Completely. Yeah, I'll think about a mock party. I will. So I will say she reached out to me And I tell you what, I just never lacked for a hostess after that. Someone from that party wanted one. Then someone from that party wanted one. I'm telling you, this is how it rolls along. I am now booked up a month ahead, almost always, once a week. Yeah, it was the Wild West. I'm not kidding you. I had no clue what I was doing. And I told her, you're my guinea pig. My first party was about $600. And I was like, whoa, that's amazing. $600 in 4 days? Girls, if I don't reach 2,000 now, I'm irritated because you get a taste of what's possible. You get a taste of what's possible. And then you're not satisfied with anything less. I tell my hostesses my first goal is 1,000 because $1,000 is going to get you $200 to spend. Okay, that's my first goal. Once I've hit that, then I want two. And it's not because I'm greedy. For me, although I like it, I really want to hand $500, or sorry, $2,500 is the $500, to my hostess because they're shocked. They're literally stunned that that is the possibility of what they were going to end up with. I mean, they can get whatever they want on the website. Anything else. So guys, don't be afraid to ask hostesses if they would like a party. Make a "so you want to host a party" video. Tell them what's involved. Spell it out. Don't just scare them into the work that's involved, but tell them how amazing it is, how lucrative it can be for them if everybody does their part. I feel like that is really, really important going into it, that your hostesses know exactly what their part is and what they can expect from you, okay? She hit over 1,000? Great. Yes, you do want to be a little organized, but don't stress yourself out over it. Because you know what? The people watching have no idea what we were supposed to post. They have no idea what the layout should have looked like. Don't stress yourself out over it, okay? Make it fun. And as Rachel said, find something fun in it. Make it fun for you. Because I tell you what, there's no way I could have done 50 of these in a row if it wasn't fun for me. So my lives are crazy. We're laughing and carrying on, and I'm telling people to shave, and you know, it's just one of those fun things, but I have a purpose. I'm still driven, and I've got a purpose, and I have a reason to be here. So you can do both. You can keep it fun, loosey-goosey, but still convey the message you want, which is, this is the best makeup they'll ever have. Okay, is there somewhere we can view one of your videos about what a party is? It is on YouTube. If you know what, okay, I'm so retarded with Facebook. If there's a way I can post my YouTube videos, I'm okay to do that. I just don't know how to do it. So maybe I'll get with Rachel and figure out a way to do that where you guys can access them, and you know, see what I say. You know, I'm totally okay with that. My lives are hilarious. Thank you, Naomi. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm so sorry I jumped on late. I had a major catastrophe happen just minutes before I was supposed to start, but I wasn't going to miss this and be late, and I got mixed up on my time at the same time. So it was a quagmire of issues that happened right when I was supposed to be on here. So I'm sorry about starting late. That is not usually how I do it. So don't fire me, Rachel. Oh, Rachel, thank you so much for having me on here. So if you guys want to follow me, my regular handle is Simplified Pretty. I'm happy for anybody here to follow me. And then if you want to watch one of my parties, I'll kind of know who you are and I can let you in. So follow me at Simplified Pretty, no underscore, all typed out. That's my main IG page. I'm actually starting one tomorrow. So if some of you want to watch what I do, I'm perfectly happy to let you in, and I'll just let my hostess know. You may see some people you don't know. Just kind of hang back and watch. And I'm happy to do that for you guys. She won't care. You're welcome. Thank you for watching. I loved sharing this with you because I enjoy them so much. They have been so lucrative for me. I will never not do them. I will never not teach my team to do them. And I think that Rachel has been right all along. Parties are where it's at. So thank you so much. And I look forward to all of you giving your own parties. Yes, definitely. Get those parties going is right. Yes, that's where it's at. Okay, I'm going to end this and hopefully I can save this. Bye, guys.